Magicians have a knack for making the impossible seem possible right before our eyes, which lends them an aura of invincibility. But how do they accomplish these feats? Well, you've come to the perfect place to find out. Whether it's Dom Chambers' exceptional beer magic, or Richard Jones' renowned book trick, we've got you covered. Welcome back to Illusion Insider, and today we're about to unravel the secrets behind some of the most notable magic tricks on Got Talent. So let's dive right in. Our first trick to decipher is Dom Chambers' appearing beer trick. Australians certainly have a fondness for their beer, and Dom Chambers, the Australian magician, demonstrated that he had an impressive beer trick up his sleeve when he wowed everyone on the grandest stage, America's Got Talent. Here's what unfolded. Dom initiates his trick by demonstrating that the paper bag is empty. Then, he miraculously pulls out a glass of beer from the paper bag. Subsequently, he continues to generate more glasses of beer, at times from his jacket sleeve, and at other times from behind the table positioned on stage, where he performs a range of other nifty tricks. To add some variation to this trick, he even pulls out a small bottle of wine from the bag and magically enlarges it. Then comes the most astonishing part of the trick. He removes his right shoe and declares that wherever there's a coaster, there's beer. In this routine, before producing a beer, he always reveals a coaster. Then, he lifts the paper bag to find nothing inside. And out of nowhere, he pulls out a glass of beer from inside that shoe. Ultimately, after removing his jacket and performing a few tricks on the table, he removes his shoe and then an empty glass from the paper bag. To conclude this trick on a high note, he tips the shoe, and what do we see? There's beer pouring out of the shoe, which he funnels into the empty glass, and finally takes a sip to astonish everyone around. But how did he pull off those tricks? Well, here's the reveal. The trick incorporates the concept of palming, sleight of hand, and a considerable amount of misdirection. Also, the table positioned on stage plays a crucial role for this trick, rendering it impossible without it. During his act, Dom manifests numerous glasses of beer. So where are they all coming from? Well, there's a hidden shelf behind the table, and a couple of beer glasses were stashed inside his jacket's pocket. Yet, timing the reveal perfectly requires a good deal of finesse, and we'll break down each reveal one by one. The beer coasters are relatively straightforward to reveal, as they can be smoothly tucked away inside paper bags or in his jacket. Let's first delve into how he conjures up a glass of beer from that supposedly empty bag. The paper bag you see actually has a slit on the side opposite the audience. This slit grants his hand easy access to his jacket's pocket to retrieve a glass of beer. If you pay close attention, you can see he's gripping the glass of beer that he ultimately unveils to the audience. Likewise, for the repeat performance, he positions his left hand close to the right side of his pocket, retrieves a glass of beer from the pocket, and places it in the paper bag before unveiling it to the audience. For the next portion of the trick, Dom extracts a minuscule bottle of wine from the paper bag and transmutes it into a larger one. But he didn't really retrieve that small bottle from the bag. That tiny bottle was already hidden in his right hand, likely pulled from one of his pockets. That's why he diverts everyone's attention to the paper bag. For the transformation, the larger bottle is stored in his jacket's left pocket. He redirects everyone's focus on the bag, uses his left hand to fetch the wine bottle from his jacket, and holds it behind his hand. Then suddenly, he brandishes the wine bottle, creating the illusion of a transformation. But now you're privy to the secret. The small bottle is still clenched in his right hand as he enjoys the wine. Now, what about the tricks involving his shoe? After removing his shoe and unveiling the coaster, there's a moment when he positions himself behind the table. At this point, he retrieves a glass of beer from the shelf behind the table and places it inside the shoe. The glass of beer is now hidden within the shoe, which he ultimately reveals to the astonishment of everyone watching. Next, he manifests another glass of beer, which was concealed and gently affixed inside the back of his jacket. He extracts it and reveals it from the inside of his sleeve while he's removing his jacket. Now, the tricks he performs behind the table demand a mastery of sleight of hand. He retrieves each glass of beer from a shelf beneath the table, then hides it behind the paper bag and the table prior to unveiling it. Here, he's gripping a glass of beer in his left hand behind the bag, and he's also clutching that bag with his index finger. This is the method for producing the glass of beer. Now, let's move on to the finale. How did that beer flow out of his shoe? Well, there was a moment when he was behind the table when he picks up a bag. Inside this bag is a shoe and an empty glass. The shoe he retrieves is a specially designed prop shoe that features a built-in compartment to contain the beer. Then, Dom pulls out a shoe and an empty glass from the paper bag and gestures towards his feet. But now you're in on the secret. The shoe he's holding isn't his original shoe, but the prop shoe which he had swapped with the original one behind the table. Finally, he decants beer from the shoe into the empty glass and savors it, concluding this astounding trick. Now, some of you might wonder how the beer didn't spill out of his jacket. Well, all we can say is that Dom has honed his skills well enough to maintain the stability of the beer in the glass within his jacket. This is why he maintained a firm stance and also grasped the beer glasses by their tops, holding them tightly to prevent spillage. The second spectacle, the book and bottle trick. This remarkable feat propelled Richard Jones, the British magician and soldier, into the semi-finals of Britain's Got Talent. Here's how it unfolded. In his act, he carries two items, a bottle packaged as a gift and Amanda Holden's autobiography, within which he has tucked a photograph of all four judges. He then asks Alicia, one of the judges, to instruct him to stop at any point as he flips through the pages of the book. When Alicia says stop, he positions the photo above the page number where she halted him. He then asks Alicia to commit to memory that page number and the first word on that page. After stowing the photo in his pocket, he retrieves the book's receipt, shows the front to everyone, and jokingly states that he wants a refund for the book. Then, as if by magic, he transforms that receipt into several money bills. Next, he asks Alicia to recall the page number. She responds that it was the page number 176. Richard then unwraps the gift, unveiling the bottle, and to everyone's surprise, there's a piece of paper nestled inside it. Furthermore, after opening the bottle, it is revealed that the paper is the exact page 176 from the book. He then instructs Alicia to turn to page 176 in the book and also informs everyone that the page 176 is no longer present in the book. To everyone's astonishment, the torn page he extracted from the bottle matches the page missing from the book. In the grand finale, he incinerates the page, and astonishingly, the chosen word bottom, the first word on page 176, appears scorched into the page. So, how does he make the page appear inside the bottle instead of the book? Before unveiling the secret, if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, be sure to subscribe and click that bell icon so that you can receive instant notifications of our new video uploads. Now, let's delve into the secret. This trick consists of two segments. Firstly, transmuting the receipt into money bills, and secondly, guiding the judge to select the exact page the magician desired. Regarding the first part, Richard extracts the receipt, unfolds it, and displays the front to the audience. The receipt is essentially a single long piece of paper with a bill adhered to its back, and another bill folded and concealed behind that receipt using his right hand. Then, all he does is fold over the receipt, unveiling one of the bills using a simple flap. The other bill that comes into view was already hidden behind the receipt. This can easily be discerned if we slow down the footage. Now, concerning the part with the book, Alicia was guided to select the missing page number 176. Here's the secret behind this. The photograph he presented to everyone was a trick photo. As you might notice, he never reveals the back of the photo, indicating there must be something hidden there. Loosely affixed to the back of the photo is the top right corner of that page number, 176. Moreover, it's a photocopy of that corner section of the original page attached to the photo's backside. Regardless of where Alicia would have instructed Richard to stop on the page, he would reveal to her the corner of page 176 attached to the backside of the photo, thereby compelling her to select page number 176. If you observe closely, the portion of the page he exposes to Alicia is smaller than the judge's photograph. He then meticulously removes the photo and tucks it into his pocket. So here's what transpired. Richard manipulated the selection of book 176 by Alicia. Before the act began, he tore the original page from the book, created another photocopy to affix to the corner of the photo, and then stowed the original torn page inside the bottle. You may wonder, what if Alicia had stopped at the beginning of the book? Would the trick have failed then? However, the magician controls the pace of the book's flipping, so even if she had stopped in the beginning, he could hasten or decelerate the process to arrive at a page somewhere in the middle. Plus, a volunteer would naturally halt somewhere in the middle of the book, not waiting until the end when no pages remain. In the end, we understand why the page fitted perfectly to complete page number 176 after he extracts the missing page from the bottle. Note that we only get to see one side of the page. Since he controlled the page selection, he also knew the first word on that page, making it easier for him to have the burnt mark of the word bottom pre-created before the act. It was on the back of that missing page the entire time. Also, if you observe this frame, there's a small burnt mark visible on the front of the page, confirming that the already burnt mark was pre-made, and the fire on the page was merely a visual effect created using a special gel that burns and then extinguishes. Finally, he unveils the burnt word bottom to the astonishment of both the audience and the judges. Lastly, but by no means least, we have an intriguing trick on the roster, the hot tea trick. We're revisiting another performance by Richard Jones, but this time it's more of a straightforward one that you're all going to enjoy. During one of his Britain's Got Talent acts, he extracts a cold can of orange soda from a bag and transforms it into a steaming hot cup of tea. The judges even witnessed steam billowing from the can as it heated up, and upon tasting, confirmed that it was indeed their preferred brew of hot tea. So, how did he pull this trick off? Well, this trick involves prior preparation, and the soda can he introduced on stage was pre-filled with tea. But then, how did the tea get warmed up? This can used for the trick was not ordinary. It was a gimmick can fitted with a heating coil inside. Richard had control over this heating element and could activate it when he desired. So, it was the heating coil that gradually warmed up, generating smoke from the can and ultimately preparing the hot tea, which the judges happily endorsed. So guys, there you have it. The secrets behind some of the most famous magic tricks from Got Talent. Which trick was your favorite? The beer trick, the book trick, or the hot tea trick? And do you have any other magic tricks you'd like for us to unveil? Please share your thoughts in the comments section below. Don't forget to like and share this video with your friends on social media. For more exciting content, be sure to subscribe to our channel. And finally, thank you for watching.